What up, family? For those of you who are seeing this morning right now, I don't know when you want to see this though, but I wanted to follow up on the video I did yesterday concerning, just for whatever reason, our need to put all of our business out here on social media, to utilize it as sort of like I don't know, at this point, but I mean, just think about it for a second. A bunch of people you really don't know, for the most part. You're going to share intimate things about your life as if they actually care about the things you share with them from a perspective of you healing, when they're entertained by the chaos that you present them with on a daily basis. Your life is kind of like watching the Truman Show, where everything you do is on camera and on a big stage with lights and cameras and action, and you're right, before it, and everybody gets to take a deep dive into your world. And it doesn't make sense to me. And have y'all ever considered something? You don't trust the people in your circles to divulge anything to them. You don't trust the people or a professional to go and to speak of any of the grievances you might have to them, but you trust a bunch of strangers to come in.
Hey, Carl.
And hold on a second. You?
On my phone, you got a phone?
No, I'm good. See, that's my work coming in. Always doing the work. But you get back to what I was saying. You don't trust all those different things, but you seem to trust, people who, even if you know them, many of them you met through this social media, platform. You don't even know their intentions for you. You don't know you showing up, and I see so many people on a gurney with tubes going in and out of them, taking pictures, pray for me, this, that, and the other. You don't know how many of those people are actually praying for your downfall, and you're giving them power. You don't even know how many people are hoping to see you in a distressed situation and how much joy you're bringing to your enemies. You don't know any of that stuff. You don't even know who's on the other end of any of these messages. Yet and still, you feel comfortable and confident enough to share everything you have going on in your personal life with perfect strangers. How crazy is that? See, this is why we need to get back to culture. Because culture, we had a village, and you had confidants within the village for which you shared all your issues with. All your, things you're going through in life, your celebrations, your victories, your defeats, your moral dilemmas, all those different things went through the village. And then you can actually receive good counsel from people who are actually invested in you and people who are concerned about you. But we want to move away from community because it comes with a responsibility, it comes with accountability, and it comes with boundaries. And a lot of us want to be unbound like children. We don't want to have to answer to nobody. We don't want to have to answer to any sort of authority until we get in trouble. Then we want all the authority in the world. Then we want all the help in the world. We want all the advice in the world. But you're going to perfect strangers to get it. People, if their advice does not work out for you, care not about the consequences that you're going to suffer. And I've often said this, man. A lot of people come to social media like it's a form of therapy. Let me tell you something about therapy. First and foremost, therapy is supposed to be performed in a controlled environment. As a therapist, it's something I know. Secondly, if your therapist isn't available, there needs to be an emergency type of contact that you can reach out to in case you go into a crisis for your therapist. Third, one of the greatest things about doing therapy is the most dangerous part. Helping people see through their lens the things that cause the biggest blockages in their lives and to help them break through it all. It's called a breakthrough. The reason why it's the most dangerous part is because now that person is open to all of those raw feelings and emotions that were bottled up. Your mind is a powerful thing. It protects you from things that hurt you. But sometimes you need to break through that, deal with that pain, process it so that you can get over it. You can't do that if you're trying to have a therapy session online. And if you're alone with a breakthrough, a lot of people harm themselves. A lot of people harm themselves after a breakthrough because the PTSD, the traumatic response is too much for them. That's irresponsible. So I'm saying all this to say, family, stop putting all your personal business online. Reconnect with people in the real world. In the real world, people you can physically see and touch. And start expressing yourselves that way. Ask them to pray for you because at least you know they care for you. At least you know they have, some type of affection for you. At least you know they're benevolent because you know them. Stop dealing with all this, putting your personal business on platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. All you're doing is allowing yourself to be manipulated by people who love to be in the audience of this thing they call your life. And they're not even a paying audience at that. So, unless you just want to continue, because none of us are really influencers. Most of us are just entertainers. An influencer will help a person change their life. An entertainer has to put on a show every day just to attract more views. Which one are you? So with that said, fam, peace and power. And as always, like I said, war and peace. Because if you want peace, you better be willing to wage war for it. Ashe.